hell was that? What the hell was that, everybody?
Ladies and gentlemen, that's I Am Jesus Christ.
It comes out sometime soon.
Coming exclusively to Steam. I reckon Valve paid big money to get that one an exclusive. Coming soon. Game of the year.
I mean,
what do you think, Sam?
I'd play it. I mean, that's probably a good layman game to play, I think. Guys, we thought we'd just show you that to start.
We already played Super Seducer. It's basically the same thing.
Kind of. They do look similar.
Sleazy Jesus.
Okay, Sleazy Jesus. Where's he gone? I want to see the third Super Seducer. We have not seen that yet. Guys, we are back. Another Layman live.
I don't know if actually we are live on this thing here, because I'm looking at the chat and it's like, no one's really seeing anything.
Guys, let us know if we are not there.
Yeah. Okay, right. So something's.
They're probably seeing us. They're probably just coming around.
Can check out? Where's our phone? Check our phone to see.
All right, let's see if we're live.
No. Where's my phone? Because I get notifications. Hello, if you're watching.
Oh, we are live.
Yeah, but like.
We are live.
But it's the old. Is that?
No, we are live. Yeah, we are live.
So annoying,
guys.
Okay, so it's the old thumbnail, so we have to fix that up anyway.
That's alright.
So hello everyone, what's going on?
Hopefully you guys can see us.
The plan was, because I actually don't know if these people that are in this chat, yeah, they're not going to be in this chat. They're going to be in the other chat. I have to literally find that other chat now in the back end while we're like live. So Sam, talk for a bit.
I like stuff. Anthem bad. Fallout 76 good.
Yeah,
okay.
Good stuff. Sam.
Fallout first good.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay.
Apart from that, that's all I've got. Really.
Okay, where's your hat, Sam?
Well, actually, where have all the hats gone? Oh my god, they're over there. Okay. Well, we're not going to have them today, but hopefully we can find this. Hurry up! Everyone's like, are they talking to us? We are talking to you. Down there.
We can see the chat. There's people.
There we go.
I can actually see people now. I'm going to pop the chat out. Okay, so basically we tried to set this up with YouTube's new system, which is fucking shit.
Yeah.
And it broke. So, grats YouTube. This is why we don't trust you.
Yeah.
And this is why you suck. I'm going to pop out this chat so we can actually see the words.
Here we go.
And then there's that.
There's that.
Cool. And then, okay, cool. Done.
Great.
So you saw the Jesus thing at least.
We
were worried that you wouldn't actually see it. So that is actually a relief.
That's the new Lemon Live opening meme,
yep.
right? We don't even do it. Someone else does it for us.
Yep.
But it's the way to do it. Oh, and you're doing the thumbnail too. We're just doing it all down.
Yeah, we're doing it. We're making it all down.
You got the thumbnail. What is the thumbnail?
It's Kojima being like, yeah, they deleted my negative Death Stranding reviews off Metacritic. I love it. Is that what we're going
to start with, or you want us to do it
we'll come to that later.
Oh, okay. Because we're going to keep people around you. So
correct.
We can't just go with the good stuff now, because people will leave. I get it.
Exactly right.
I get it.
Hello everyone. I'm going to make sure I close the right chat, which is, I can't actually tell now which is the right chat.
The last one was like, we can hear you.
Walking Sim is down. Waiting Sam to finish his durry. I think that one's the broken one.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Alright.
I've risen again with the Jesus thing.
The Jesus thing is good. Okay, you saw
cool.
the Jesus thing. Game of the Year 2020 incoming.
Yep. Or maybe even Game Awards. It still has time. It still has time to come out.
I don't think it's out yet. I think it's like on... They're just hyping it up. They're hyping up the coming of Jesus, guys. That's what they're doing.
I mean, it's been like over 2,000 years now. Like, come on. I'm waiting for it. Okay?
One of the comments was like, damn, they spoiled the end.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. What have you been doing this week? Tell me.
It's
been 2 weeks since Layman Live. Guys, last week we just wanted to get our Jedi Fallen Order out. It was getting way too long. We're like, okay, cool. Let's just use this day to get it done.
Yeah.
So, what did you play this week? Disco Elysium.
Yeah, right. Tell me what you think about Disco Elysium.
I loved Disco Elysium so much that I haven't played it yet. Okay, that's how much I loved it. No, I haven't got around to it actually. The games I want to play before the Game Awards are Devil May Cry. I still haven't played that. And I need to sneeze again. God.
Okay, we're doing this live, so.
Dear. Okay. But apart from that, I've been playing Overwatch and Smash all week. Okay.
Do you know IGN did their Game of the Year list and they put Pokemon Sword and Shield on it, but no Death Stranding, no Devil May Cry?
Super Smash?
No.
Oh my god.
But like, they might have put that in their Game of the Year list last year. Stop sneezing,
Sorry.
You're ruining the live show,
Sorry.
okay? Jesus, please.
Okay.
Come on.
Alright.
I am Jesus Christ, okay? That's right.
It's Jesus.
So no, I actually did play... Jesus!
Oh my god.
Do you want to take a break, Sam?
No, I'm okay.
It says bless you. There
Okay.
you go.
Thank you, bless you. Thank you,
So, so I actually did play Disco... Oh my god!
Okay.
Stop! This is like a Seinfeld episode at this point.
Here we go, go.
I actually did play Disco Elysium this week. I definitely have some thoughts about it. I didn't love it as much as everyone else did. Do we should just stop and just wait for you until you're done, Sam? Is that what you want us to do? Is this like a power thing, like an alpha thing? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm in charge.
That's
I sneeze until I'm ready.
That's right.
Okay, let's go.
So I as I played Disco Elysium, it's pretty phenomenal in the few things it does correct. It does right. It like absolutely nails them. And if you're the kind of person that likes those things, this is your game of the year because nothing has really done it better than that before, I don't think. But then there's lots of other things that it doesn't do well, and I guess I kind of like bounced off it because of those things. Rather than like really loving it for those one or two things, I kind of looked at the whole package and I'm like, I don't love this. I finished it, but I didn't love it.
So you don't need to tune in now. He was going to do a review. Don't worry about it. Just leave it.
I do.
Just leave it.
That's the review this week. And then I've got to start playing Halo Reach.
Oh, I played like an hour or two of it. Look, I mean, it's great. It's great that it's on PC. It's great that it's come back. It really hit me how much it has aged. But of course it's aged. You know, it's like, God, what, 10 years now?
Not unlike yourself, Sam.
Not like me, forever young, vampire looking, okay? No, but like, I didn't actually play a long time. I just jumped back on Overwatch, and that sounds a bit silly. But like, I don't know, it just didn't hit.
Sam had the chance to play Halo Reach on PC. You played Overwatch.
I did play it for 2 hours, but it really
Did you play it on Switch, Sam?
I did not.
Okay, right. At least you played on PC.
They're not letting me do that yet.
Oh, that's right.
Phil Spencer.
I haven't told that story.
Which one?
About your username.
Oh. Okay, I got banned on Nintendo Switch online.
That's so funny.
So fucking stupid. Okay? Now, my name was Fuck You. That was the name. But it was
How did I get banned?
Umlauts and shit, so I could get through.
Oh, the umlauts.
So every time I'd win on Smash, okay, anyone that knows the new play Smash, you just like teabag up and down if you've got like a good kill on them. Nothing worse than getting teabagged with the name Fuck You if you've like beat the guy. So someone has been like, you know what, screw this guy, I'm gonna report him to Nintendo. I've been banned for 14 days. Very upset.
Sucked in, Sam.
Very upset.
Sucked in. That's hilarious, though.
Whatever, man. I'll be back with a new name, okay? I don't know what my new name's going to be. I'll have to figure that out.
So, this coming week I'm going to be playing some Halo Reach, getting stuck into that.
Yeah. Should we do something on that, you reckon?
I'd like to do a video on that. So I'd like to play through the campaign.
I mean, I've played an hour and a half now, so I mean, I'm done. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, that's all I need.
That's all you ever do.
That's
for any
all I
review
need
that we do, so
okay?
that's fine.
That's it.
So, yeah, anyway, look, that's the week that was. Let's talk about the news that was and what we missed, because there was a lot of stuff. We actually didn't do many videos this week, because most of the news items we saw weren't very, like, juicy, like, oh, that's a massive video, we got to do it. So we kind of just, like, saved up a whole bunch of little ones. So let's get started with, like, Game of the Year fever, which is hitting at the moment. Obviously, Game of the Year awards are on Friday. They're at midday on Sydney time.
And we're going to be doing it live.
We are going to be doing a live stream for that. So we're going to be streaming the entire Game Awards live. There's literally a bottle across the road from us. We will have drinks here. We need to do like some kind of Game Awards drinking game.
Oh, that's
wherever
tricky.
whenever like Jeff Keighley confesses his undying love for Kojima, take a shot. Do you know what I mean?
I'll be drunk in the first 10 minutes, so
yeah,
that's not good.
Everyone will be.
That's
so obviously they're on this Friday.
I'm sure there is a good drinking game to that though. Cringe. Cringe game. Whenever there's a cringe, we drink. That's how we do it.
There's actually much less cringe in the Game Awards now.
No, but there's always cringe. There's always something
for sure.
that happens.
There's always something.
Okay, and maybe Ninja's gonna get up again with that puppet. Or, you know, fuck the Oscars.
I think that Ninja thing was actually not that bad.
Yeah, I know, but it's still worth a drink.
So.
You know what's worth a million drinks? YouTube Rewind, okay? You haven't
watched it yet. Yeah, I haven't watched it
yet. Okay.
I only watched like 30 seconds of it muted, and I was just like, this just looks like a top 10 video.
It is a top 10 video. I cannot believe that they literally were like, okay, everyone hated last year, let's make sure they hate this one too, by just doing a top 10 music, top 10 YouTubers. Anyway,
that's really lame.
Whatever.
Is there like a top 10 gaming section?
I can't even remember now because like I was watching it, looking at comment section. The whole comment section is only one comment only. It's like YouTube. Let's just copy what everyone did last year, and then all the comments were just saying that it's the best meme of 2019. Anyway, let's get to the actual news.
Cool. So what we know for the Game Awards is that in between a whole bunch of like Gillette and Doritos commercials.
Oh, they're gonna be doing Gillette.
Do you remember when they did that?
I mean,
no, back in the day, they did like Gillette commercials, and there was like some Gillette razor head walking. It was so funny.
I don't remember that. No,
Trust me,
I remember the anti-vape commercials they were putting.
Yes, last year was all about anti-vape, and you were vaping last year.
Yes, I was vaping.
Sam was actually vaping.
Okay, I was the rebel.
Yeah, disgusting. Anyway, so they were going to ban that in the US as well, and they
vaping?
Yeah, and then they pulled back on it.
Oh, you know why? Because they like 7 confirmed cases, but then they let cigarettes is like 100 something.
Exactly
cases.
correct. Exactly
so
correct.
Dumb.
Anyway, so Game of the Year awards. We know this year that there are going to be 10 new games or projects shown at the Game Awards this year. So the Game Awards obviously has become quite famous for like the reveal of new games. It's one of the big gaming events, you know, in the current calendar now, because we know that new shit is on the way.
Smash character, it's coming.
Do you reckon it'll be there?
100%. It's been long enough now. My hunch is, I reckon we're going to see an Overwatch character. I reckon they actually pushed that back because there was that huge thing. There was a lot of leaks showing that it was going to be some sort of Overwatch character, maybe Diva or Tracer. But who knows if that actually was, that leak was right. But if they were going to show it now, it's probably better now to show it now compared to how they could have shown it before BlizzCon and everyone was hating on Blizzard, but anyway, we'll have to see.
Well, one of the things that's everyone has got a lot of money on for being shown at the Game Awards is actually a new Batman game. Now, this is one that has been rumored for quite some time, and the rumors very strongly point to the fact that this is on the way. This report comes from YouTube channel SLCMOF, who reveals that the information came from the same source who previously leaked the cancelled Damian Wayne Batman game. Damian Wayne Batman game. In other words, the source is very seemingly reliable, has been backed by the Arkham channel, who also notes the source is trustworthy. In other words, unlike some previous leaks, there seems to be something to this.
Well, I mean, I really want to see a Superman movie, a Superman game, because let's face it, I mean, it's so likable, it's so easy just to, like, you know, love Superman.
We're talking about Batman.
I know, what I'm saying is, like, can you think of anything harder than to... Because recently that article came out saying that they cancelled another Superman game, and they're finding it hard to do a Superman movie, because it's so hard to relate to the dude. So the only... You know what I'm saying? So the only person that they could really double down in the gaming space is Batman. Arkham Asylum went extremely well. Arkham City was the next one?
Yes.
Yes, that went extremely well. I mean, didn't it get like 10 out of 10 from some places?
Yeah,
I played Arkham Asylum. I thought that was fantastic.
Okay.
Maybe they'll do something along that
It's
line.
not Rocksteady though, so it's not going to be from those developers.
Oh, I see.
Different crew.
Okay.
Do you know the thing about there's rumors of Michael B. Jordan is going to be the next Superman?
Really?
Yep.
Shit.
Yep. I actually love Michael B. Jordan.
He's sick.
The
internet reacts.
Yeah, the internet will react.
The internet will react.
Because he was in The Wire back in the day.
Course,
He was like this little kid in The Wire, and like he's had such an amazing career. So, but yes, the internet will certainly have thoughts about that if that comes to pass.
Yes.
But anyway,
it's like the whole Ariel thing, you know. What the name?
That's right.
What was her name again?
I forget. I totally forget.
Whatever. Yeah.
So one thing though that we know is not going to be at the Game Awards this year, which was also rumored to be there, was Resident Evil 3 Remake. Now, we do know that the Resident Evil 3 Remake is a thing that's coming because, you know, basically it's...
Reddit said it is.
No, it actually was leaked on the PSN.
No,
they actually had artwork on the PSN recently where they're like, hey, yeah, this is happening, this is coming. So that's cool, good to know. Everyone thought that based upon a 2020 release date, we might see something at the Game Awards for that.
Sure.
It was confirmed by Jeff Keighley himself that Resident Evil 3 Remake will not be at the Game Awards this year.
Sure.
So that's the thing. Also rumored that the remake's release date is not 2020, it's actually 2021.
Yeah. I mean, I'm very looking forward to that. That was the Resident Evil that got me into Resident Evil. So it would be great to see what they do there. I think, number two, the way that they completely like remade it, yet kept it pretty kind of at its grass, like its roots.
Sure.
Perfect way to do it. I think it's going to be sick if they can pull that off again.
A lot of people actually calling Resident Evil 2 Remake their game of the year. And a lot of people actually pushing back on that, being like, you can't call a remake a game of the year. It's like, dude, it's a completely different game.
It's not a remaster. It's not like, hey,
Correct.
the graphics are nice. Or like, they've gone back to the drawing board and tried to make this a little different, you know. And I think that it deserves a place because it was one of our favorite games of the year. Like,
totally deserves a place.
I mean, it's up there with Anthem.
I think my thumbnail was actually the first game. When I reviewed it back in February, my thumbnail was the first game of the year contender of 2019 has arrived. That's right. Because I was like, this is fucking great.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I wish them every luck with Resident Evil 3. Capcom are just crushing it so hard right now. Like, they just deserve like all the success. So keep it up, Capcom. We love you. You're doing stuff. Actually, that was the next story.
There we go. That was the next story.
I'll show you this. This is literally the next thing that we had. Resident Evil 3 Remake.
It looks like Ace Odyssey, that half thing there.
It does, actually.
Again, yeah, it does.
So we'll go back to that and we'll switch this story. Let's have a look. What's next? Sam, give us some patter.
I got banned on Switch.
Nice, Sam. Tell it again,
That's
bro.
a new story, okay?
No, actually, tell them the Mandalorian story.
Oh, well, I don't even know if that's a thing.
Tell them.
Okay,
Sam.
who knows?
This is a good story.
This may or may not be true. I try out for little acting gigs here and there.
Fancies himself an actor, ladies and gentlemen. Fancies himself an actor.
Try. And I went for months ago for something that was gonna like start filming like now, which is Mandalorian season 2, and they were like giving this whole like it was all classified, and it was like you're running away from a bounty hunter. It's a major series, and you're running and you're on the run. So can you audition for this? I'm like, whatever. I didn't get the part, you know what I'm saying? But now, because it's all classified, I was like, maybe I was gonna be a shit kicker on The Mandalorian. You never saw. I didn't get the part though. They're like, I said one line. They're like, great. We'll call you. Thank you so much. That was a terrible American accent. No worries.
So that's the story.
But maybe I had a glimmer of being on The Mandalorian.
Sam. That's the story about how Sam nearly became Baby Yoda.
I nearly became Baby Yoda.
That's what they would have cast him as, right?
Okay.
That's it.
They wanted a tall dude that was going to be on planet Mars running from a bounty hunter. Anyway, I didn't get it. I'll be on The Witcher though, season 2.
Of course, absolutely. You're
I'll
Henry,
be that
Henry Cavill's butt double.
I'm Siri.
Siri. Nice. That's very good. Okay, cool. So let's talk. What else? Speaking of nice, Sam, nice.
It's me.
So speaking of comic book news, it was actually rumored that
that's a segue. Yeah.
That there's actually going to be there was going to be a Marvel MMO which being developed at Daybreak Studios before everyone got laid off from Daybreak Games recently. So evidence about this game comes from posts from the developers who are working or have worked at Daybreak's Austin studio. There's multiple references on sites like LinkedIn to working on a comic book game that's different from the DC Universe or DC Universe Online.
Okay, yeah. I was going to say, because that already exists, so that's always going to be, you know.
And one comment even directly references the Infinity Gauntlet, an artist who worked at Daybreak until the layoffs posted art showing off Marvel characters like Red Skull, Iron Man, and Captain America. This also matches up with a job posting in late 2017 that said that Daybreak was working on a hugely popular global IP in their Austin studio. Blah, 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 blah. It goes on. So we could have had a Marvel MMO, but we're not going to have a Marvel MMO.
I mean, I kind of think that's, I mean, it's so hard to, like, penetrate that now, I feel.
Gee, Sam, keep a G rating, please. Come on, it's a family channel right here.
A little bit Joker there. No, but I don't know, like, who knows if it could have been good, you know? But, like, I can understand why they might throw the towel in on that, because is the MMORPG genre alive and booming? I don't think it's booming, but I think there are certain titles like Final Fantasy that are still very strong. There's like World of Warcraft has just rusted on fans, but it'd be a lot harder now, I think, to bring out an MMORPG that wasn't like crazily different and really offering something new that would be easily received.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Like, would you jump on now for another like a Marvel MMORPG and you got to do 250 hours to get to the top level before you even rank?
I mean, I don't think they would make a game with 250 hours like that now today.
Sure.
But I would definitely hop on a major MMO. Like if a AAA studio committed themselves to a major MMO, I would be so in on that. I'd be so fucking in on that. Like, we haven't had major studios do MMOs for a long time now, like new release MMOs. It's always like smaller studios or Korean studios or whatever. They're all over that. I would so love that, but anyway.
Maybe there's just not as much money in it. You know, I think that
it's too high risk. That's
like the live
service
service model. Also, I think a lot of people were like, "Oh, hang on, we're not like Destiny, for instance." I feel like when we were covering the whole Activision and Bungie thing from them separating, maybe they were like, "We're not making as much money as we thought we would from a live service model." And they just moved on. You know what I'm saying? Like, but who knows?
Yeah.
Anyway,
either way, guys, we've got some super chats, so let's get into those, shall we? If I can scroll up and actually see some of them. Yes, we can scroll. So, Ergonomic Chair says Kojima's having negative reviews. Culled. We'll come to that.
We'll
Thank you very much. Kamal with $5 played Monster Hunter Iceborne expansion. There's 3 times more content and badassery. It should be called Monster Hunter Social Life Killer. Nice. Ooh. I plan to play that in January. So, Hype with $20 says, might I suggest fuck you as your username?
That's great.
It's spelled
name.
PHUQUE space YUE.
That is actually great.
I actually like that.
I like that a
That could
lot.
be someone's name for sure.
I'm sure that on Facebook you will find that person's name.
Robert Barnes, $10 says, "Oh damn, it's the Laymen at work in Oklahoma. Bored as fuck. Bless you all on this Friday." Yeah, thank you very much, my friend.
Thank
Never
you,
been
brother.
to
Appreciate it,
Oklahoma. Never been to Oklahoma.
No.
There's not much
yet.
of a games dev scene there, so I don't think we're going to get sent
I
there
don't
on
think
a
we're
trip.
going to go there anytime soon, but if we do, we'll give you a buzz.
We will, definitely.
Give you a buzz. 500 yen.
RKL with 500 yen. How much did Angry Joe pay you to endorse the Laymen?
That was very nice.
It was,
Angry,
we did.
if you're watching or watching later, thank you very much for that. We do appreciate you. We should get some Angry Joe
We
merch.
should get some Angry Joe merch.
And we'll do the
definitely.
whole unzip thing.
That's right. That's right.
That's a good
so,
idea.
and actually, someone else after this with like 1,000
Hufflepuff.
Huffle points.
Huffle points.
Nando says, "Hey guys, like the Layman Gaming Cameo and Angry Joe show. Will you do a Terminator Resistance review? I actually would like to play. Did you even hear about this?
Yeah. Okay, so when is that out?
It's already out. It's
It's
been out
already
for like
out?
2 weeks.
Shit, okay.
I heard that it was garbage from like all the major review outlets, and then I started watching all these independent YouTubers, and I'm like, they're like, this is okay, and I'm like, what the fuck, man? Like,
Yeah.
honestly, I think the Metacritic score is like 5 out of 10 or something, but a lot of the reviews are like, listen, this is a pretty decent game.
Alright, let's
You should
jump
check
on it
out.
and we'll do it. We will review it next week just from that. Just from the 1,000 Huffle points. Thank you.
Francois Bergman with £5 says, yeah, €5, sorry. If
€5.
Sexy Sam and Raunchy Ralph are living in Australia and the Earth is a sphere, why isn't the image upside down? It should call Alex Jones.
Well, we actually do some tricky stuff. This is inside information. We flip it, you see.
right.
It's a mirror, we flips it, and then it looks
right.
like we're normal. We're actually nailed to the floor right now.
Avlata Magucha, $50.
Magucha.
$50, man. Thank you very much.
Thanks,
for the
man.
Struggling Actor Fund.
I need it. I didn't get the Mandalorian part.
Now
It's probably it was never the Mandalorian part. Like I'm honestly just thinking
it
that.
was not. It
It's
was like
definitely
some
not.
fucking, what do you call it? Like History Channel.
Yeah.
You were an extra in some garbage thing.
We need someone that looks like a crack cocaine addict. Yeah, alright, you know, cool.
All right, so now let's come to our top story. Top story, guys. This is the one that's fucking weird, okay? Metacritic has just removed over 6,400 negative user scores from Death Stranding, bringing its aggregate user score from 5.1 to 7.4 overnight.
Yeah.
There's no explanation for why this has happened.
You've reached out.
I've actually reached out to Metacritic directly through Twitter. Don't expect them to
I
respond.
was gonna say, because
but
draft
whatever.
is so important.
Such a big deal. I
They're gonna be
definitely
like
expect them to respond.
boardroom meeting. Skill up on Twitter's asking questions,
That's
everybody.
right. Yep.
Now, it is interesting because there's a lot of... look, there is a lot of potential factors why they've done that. It could have been multiple accounts on one IP. It could be, review bombs because it's in the first hour, people are just giving it zeros, right? There's all sorts of reasons why this might have happened. What do you put it down to? If you were to...
Look, okay,
guess.
it is rare for Metacritic to do this, but they have done it. Like, for example, Astral Chain got a clean up.
Yep.
Because a lot of people review bombed Astral Chain because it was a Switch exclusive. And Platinum Games, like, they've had some Platinum games that have come out on other platforms, like Nier Automata, for example, a whole bunch of others.
Sure.
So, like, they came in afterwards and they're like, listen, obviously these reviews are not fair, so we'll give it a clean up, okay? It's obviously, like, a very line ball case every time with regards to whether or not this is justified. Because what I'm going to guess they did with this is take a whole bunch of 0 out of 10s that just, like, maybe they popped up in the first, like, hour of the release of the game when the reviews window was live,
Yeah.
and everyone just spammed at 0 even though they hadn't played it, right? But at the same time, it really does create, like, a concerning precedent when you think about it. Like, Fallout 76, not everyone who has zeroed that game on Metacritic has played Fallout 76. Why does that not get a clean up? Do you know what I mean? Like, it really
Sure.
does sort of... What is the consistent process that Metacritic are applying to this? Because these, like, tactical interventions... I don't know, man. It's a very blurry line.
very
It's a
tricky.
very blurry line.
I think if you start with Astral Chain, you start with Death Stranding, there's a hell of a lot of developers and publishers out there. They're going to be like, "Oh, hang on here. Like, why aren't you helping us with this?" I think
agree.
It's a lot better to just leave it, in my opinion. And also, if you want to give a game a 0 out of 10, I personally loved Death Stranding, right? I thought it was a fantastic game. It's probably, it's like one of my Game of the Years. I feel like it deserved to win Game of the Year, but I don't think it will now. I feel like another person still has the right to disagree with me and give it a friggin' 0 if they want to. You know, Metacritic is a space for people to vent. It's a space to, communicate to whoever wants to jump in, what they're thinking and what the general consensus sometimes is thinking. So if you just start jumping in and taking out zeros or whatever, like, it just becomes a situation where you create... where is the line?
Yeah.
It's so hard to then create a line where you're like, okay, we will intervene on that, but Fallout 76, Anthem, we're going to leave those be. It's unfair, ultimately.
Exactly. I think it is a case of it being unfair. Do I think it's good that 0 out of 10 scores that are dropped within the first hour of the game's release get removed? Yes, I do think that's good. Like, that is, I think we can all agree, a good thing, because those reviews are obviously trolls. But I do feel as though if that's not a consistent process across all of their website, or all games get that sort of treatment and that curation, then I feel like it's concerning. You know,
the only way I think to combat that is they don't allow, which I know you don't agree with, but they don't allow anyone to post any sort of user review for a period of time after the game's release. Be it a day, be it 7 days, whatever it is.
Yeah.
It means that people then have to at least sit there and play it, and if they never bought it and they're just waiting to review bomb, they'll still get that chance, you know, so that kind of doesn't really...
A lot of people are saying they removed the botted, negative scores, but they didn't boot any of the botted top scores. Now, I don't know if that's true either, but I don't know anything about botting. I don't know how they did it, whatever else. But... it's just, obviously they didn't remove any of the 10 out of 10s, and there were probably going to be some people in the first hour, having not played the game, also give it a 10 out of 10.
Sure.
Why did those scores not get removed? So it doesn't seem like a good process. It seems like if you were to see the detail behind this, I'm pretty sure it would reveal some inconsistencies, and we'd be like, guys, that's not how you should be doing this. Do you know what I mean?
I think it's risky business to become biased, and I think that, maybe a lot of these people, I'm just, who knows, right? But maybe a lot of the people at Metacritic maybe liked Death Stranding, and they hate Fallout 76, right? Just to throw that out there. Then if they're going to go out there and clean up a certain game and not touch another game, I mean, that bias, I think, completely destroys the whole review environment within Metacritic.
Yeah.
So
I feel like,
again,
as well,
I
do feel like Metacritic could do more to actually stop these review bombs from happening. Like, for example, you can't review something on Steam until you own it, right? I feel like the same sort of thing is possible with Metacritic, because you can hook into Sony's API, their PSN API, and you can confirm that you own a game, right? It's on your PSN list, and then you're allowed to post a review. Like, that'd be so much better.
That becomes difficult.
What?
Because
no, it doesn't. It's so easy.
If I want to go and buy a physical copy and I don't have it, I don't know, and I'm not connected to the internet.
It still appears on your PSN if you've got, like, a trophy for the game, for example.
Sure.
Like, that's a requirement. Do you know what I mean?
But then everyone that wants to jump on Metacritic has to have that for every single console and every single launcher. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm on EA Origins and then I want to give Anthem a score on PC, then I have to always then connect my Origin account.
Yes.
I understand what you're saying.
And I feel like that is I feel like if you want to provide user scores on something, that feels like a fair trade to me. And, like, it's not a big deal if you don't submit your user score if you're not willing to confirm you own the game, because I feel like review bombing is definitely a problem. Do you know what I mean? Like, in the sense that there's just people who come in there that don't own the games, they want to do it. Now, by the way, I actually am supportive of review bombing in a general sense, because, like, a lot of people think it's really terrible. I don't, because I think it does allow a community to show that they're angry with a game and leave their sort of, like, make their voice heard.
Yeah.
But I feel like you need to own that product if you're really going to contribute to a score about reviewing it. Otherwise, I think it's just poisoning that well, and that score becomes less meaningful. Do you know what I mean?
I think that if a game comes out and it's revealed to have horrific monetization, and all the facts are correct, like you are aware of all the facts, and it's all very transparent about how bad that monetization is, I can understand how people wanting to have the right of expression to
but you can do
show
that
rage and go on Metacritic and actually show they might have loved the previous titles and they want to write how disappointed they are with this new release. it becomes a grey area. That's what I'm saying. Like sometimes Metacritic can also be a place where people want to.
I get that, but
protest.
there's lots of places you can protest. You can do on forums. You can go on Twitter. You can go all sorts of places.
Sure.
I just feel like for review scores themselves, you should have some skin in the game if you're going to contribute to a review score. And if you want to give it a 0 out of 10 after buying Fallout 76 and playing it for 10 minutes and be like, well, this is garbage, I say more power to you. That's great. But I do feel as though just like millions of random people who don't own the game descending on it and being able to put a score in there without owning it, I feel like that's not okay. Personally.
Yeah.
But I get different perspectives on that. Like I do see both sides. But either way, it does also, this whole thing with Death Stranding kind of contributes to a general level of discomfort about like the upcoming Game Awards and Death Stranding's role in that. There have been lots of articles and talks about like Jeff Keighley's friendship with Kojima and stuff, and like does that affect it and whatever else. It doesn't. Like there's a very clear process in place.
He's not. He doesn't pull the strings. It's very clear that he has like what was it, 70 or 90 people or something that are actually in.
There's 84 outlets.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, that actually are the ones that are going to be dictating who is on those lists. Look, even if Jeff did have a vote, right? I'm not even sure if he has a vote. He might be one of the 84.
He does not have a vote. He does not have a vote.
Let's just say that even if he did, right, which he doesn't, he's only one person, you know what I'm saying? There's another 84 people that have to come along for the ride for that. So I just don't think that that's a thing. Just because he's friends with someone that happens to be a developer does not mean that he's going to then start being like, hey guys, make sure he wins Game of the Year.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a thing. You know what I'm saying? Jeff looks like a pretty decent guy. I don't think he'd ever risk his reputation or the entire Game Awards that he's been working on for the last 7 years or something.
Yeah, for sure.
I just don't think he would actually try and risk that for his mate winning Game of the Year. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I agree.
It's too much at risk there.
So anyway, look, that's the Death Stranding situation with Metacritic. I do think it's shady. I do think that they need a different process for how they manage user scores, and I do think they need to be consistent with how they curate those user scores afterwards. This just is a bad look, I think, personally.
Totally.
Anyway, guys, let's move on to the next story. Let's check it out. What is it? It's Riot something or other. Where is it?
Doesn't know what it is.
It's called Riot Forge. That's what it is. Riot Forge. Okay, so now we know that Riot are planning on actually publishing games made outside Riot Studios. So they're actually going to be bringing in new studios and are they going to be owning those studios? Or is it going to be
publishing them? Just publishing them.
Cool. They said, how is it different from Riot Games? Riot Forge is a publishing label within Riot Games that complements Riot's research and development program. Our focus is to work with experienced studios outside of Riot Games to create bespoke, completable League of Legends games. So what they're focusing on here is single player games, essentially. Like, they're not looking for infinite online multiplayer games. They're looking for more, discrete stuff. These games will be created and developed by our partner studios and published by Riot Forge. Each game we release will expand the League of Legends universe and allow players to experience the League like never before. So, cool, I guess.
I mean, look, I think, if there's any company out there that can be like, we've got heaps of money, let's just bring other developers in, I think we might see some really interesting, fascinating titles that would have never seen the light of day because they just don't have the funds for it. Where, if League of Legends and Riot has all the money in the world, then cool. I think that that's a good step. I think it's a very pro-developer, pro-gaming move. That they might bring some titles that, again, like would have been too risky for other people, or wouldn't have just seen any sort of recognition because they just didn't get out there.
Now, this next part though about Riot, this timing of this announcement is a little bit suspect, I think, because it's kind of like, hey, look over here, because there's another Riot story that actually came out this week.
It's the Friday dump, West Wing.
It is the Friday dump.
The Friday dump.
So Riot Games has settled their lawsuit for $10 million. And that's the settlement payment. What's weird about this is that... Have you seen this, by the way?
I've heard about the actual thing, but I don't know the details. Yeah.
They're going to pay that money to, like, every woman...
Oh, the women.
Every woman at Riot Games. Everyone who identifies as a woman who works at Riot is going to get some cash out of a $10 million pot of money.
Really?
As a result of this settlement. Now, if anyone doesn't know the backstory, Kotaku did some good work exposing a sort of like the culture, the bro culture or whatever in this place of like, people like farting on each other and stuff. We've never done that.
Never.
And, just like use of language and also like the idea of promoting a boys club and whatever else. They had numerous sources involved. And so it was, it was a pretty thorough piece of work.
Sure.
And that also sort of dovetailed into some, like lawsuits that, former employees, women had brought against Riot for their treatment while working there. That eventually sort of spilled over because Riot pushed that into forced arbitration, which led to an actual sort of like a walkout at Riot, where people were like, no, this is not how it should be done, because forced arbitration usually results in worse outcomes for,
because it stays quiet.
Exactly right.
So they don't feel the pressure.
So it's really kind of blown up for them. But now they have arrived at a settlement of $10 million. And approximately, it says here, the newly filed documents reveal the details of the settlement, which was announced in August. The approximately 1,000 women who worked at Riot from November 2014 until the date of the settlement is finalized will be entitled to a payment from the multi-million-dollar pot of money. The final dollar amount that each employee who self-identifies as a female receives will vary depending on how long they've worked for Riot, with full employees receiving more than contractors.
Shit.
So, I have never heard of anything like... I've never heard of a company saying, all our women are getting some cash to say sorry. Has anyone ever heard of that? I don't know, in the chat. If that's
I hear you. Like, I think it sounds like there are certain women that definitely came forward and said, look, I was treated badly.
Yeah.
And they should, of course, that matter should be taken very seriously, and if it needs legal action, of course. It's weird, you're right, to hear that some women that may have had who knows, right? But they might have had a perfectly fine time. They haven't had these issues. Also getting cash.
I think that's...
And self-identifying. So, I mean, if I was working at Riot, I'd be like, I'm a lady now! Give us some money, baby!
Sam, stop, okay? But, like, I feel like it doesn't feel right that everyone should get a paycheck if... Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, it feels like it almost cheapens... Because obviously there were some people who did go through legitimate shit, you know what I mean? Like, they went through some stuff.
And it narrows down the cash that they should have been receiving if they actually went through a hellhole of a time when other people didn't actually have that experience, you know what I'm saying? I think...
it just feels like everyone... Shut up, everyone, here's some cash. It just feels like it's not really taking, like, the people into it. It's kind of just like, here's some cash for everybody, I guess. That's probably the easiest solution.
Yeah.
Pay everyone, and everyone shut up and let's move on. And it feels weird, man. It just doesn't feel like this is how it should be done.
It's like, like, it just becomes a gender thing entirely. Like, if you're a female, then everyone just gets money. Unless that, the greater majority of the females have in some way, shape, or form, expressed that they have had a certain bad time there, and then Riot upper management.
That's the
fine, but it's hard to really know these deep details within a court case where maybe the majority of women over those years did come out with this big lawsuit and and express their experience and say, look, this is how it went for us. Maybe upper management was like, well, look, the general consensus here is a lot of women have had a bad time here, so let's make this for all women. Who knows? It's with all court cases, a lot of times they don't actually show all the details.
Sure.
So, but you're right. It is weird. It is weird to hear that.
Sure.
For sure.
Yeah, well, anyway, look, that's the story. Let's do some super chats, shall we?
Super chats.
Let's get into it. Have you seen The Boys on Amazon Prime? No, we haven't seen The Boys.
I haven't seen that.
Everyone froths on The Boys so hard. We've got to watch it.
I think it got renewed for another... either renewed or cancelled. I mean, that doesn't make sound,
but
like...
That's the good story, Sam.
No. I recently read an article...
Top news story this hour. Someone is either dead or alive. More at 11. Nice.
No, I recently read an article, so I have seen The Boys recently, but I don't know more than that. But
okay.
Well,
so
we should watch it.
That was from Adam. Thank you very much, Adam.
Thank you, Adam.
Robert Barnes with another $10 to say there's nothing in Oklahoma. Worth it. I don't believe you, man. There's got to be something good there.
He's just pandering.
Ergonomic chair with $2. Remember, Kojima did this in 1998 to 2000 with DMCA's. I don't remember that, actually. I don't even know what that means. So,
DMCA
I know I'm DMCA, but I don't know what he was talking about.
No,
so anyway,
I'm not sure.
Jared with $2. Thank you, my friend.
It's been redacted.
We've got Nandor Sabo with 400 Huffington dollars.
Thank you.
Laymen crossed with AJ Angry Joe. When's it going to happen? Yes, it will.
Well,
happen
we actually want to make it happen. Yeah, at E3, we're already in talks about that. And we're going to do another Yong Out episode with Yong. So maybe we'll all four of us together.
Maybe even someone else, which we met at XO19, which we won't spoil.
Yes.
Someone really cool, actually.
Yeah.
It could be a pretty fucking great, crazy panel. If everyone that we want comes together at this E3 thing, you guys are really gonna like this.
I mean,
really
I don't know if
excited for
Pewdie
it.
can do it, but he said
But he'll try. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? He'll try and fit it in.
He asked, but we're like, look, Donkey, sorry, bro.
Sorry,
Not
man.
enough.
Not after your Death Stranding review.
Sorry, man.
So hey, Mike Guest asked $5 your favorite childhood game. This is Ocarina of Time, man.
Shaq Fu.
Shaq Fu.
No, Banjo-Kazooie.
Yeah, that's actually a really solid game for sure.
Incredible.
Colton is back with 45 Donkey Kong points. If you own a product, you have the option to express your opinion on said product. I agree with that.
Definitely.
And Xanderbo says they should have a critic player social score. That's an interesting idea.
Yeah.
Have like 3 different tiers.
Sure.
Like, yeah, it's quite.
But then you never look at the one that you know that no one's played it. You know, like it's the area where no one's played the game.
Sure.
You know?
Sure. So look,
Have we got a
here's
couple there, or
here's
that's
an
it?
interesting. What?
Oh, is that all the subjects? Yeah.
That's all the super chat. Okay. Yeah. Here's an interesting little.
Oh, Nitro.
Nitro's here.
Hey,
Nitro, how you
how are
doing,
you,
buddy? Good to see you. Guys, so what happened earlier this week was that Phil Spencer was on a live stream. It was a charity live stream, and he was just shooting the shit with some guys, just doing the Phil Spencer thing that he does. And he was like, and they're like, so Phil, what's your like game of the year stuff? And he's like, Control, man. Control. Not enough people play Control, which is why I'm super glad it's coming to Game Pass, man. It's gonna be great. You know, it's a great title. We love it. Whatever. And everyone was like, "Whoa, it's coming to Game Pass? What the hell?"
Yeah.
Like 2 moments later, Control Remedy. The information about Control coming to Xbox Game Pass, as reported on a recent Mixer stream, is incorrect. We have no news or announcements regarding Xbox Game Pass at this time.
I mean, come on, Control. Be cool. Like it happened. Just be like, oh shit, Phil, what the fuck? You know?
That would have been pretty cool.
Been so funny.
That would have been a good tweet if Remedy were just like, shit, Phil, what the fuck?
That would have been great.
So the
sales would have gone up 10%.
The obvious thing at the moment is that Control is exclusive to PC, to the Epic Games Store on PC. And I heard there's also a publishing deal in the background with Sony, but I don't know anything about that. Anyway, I don't think that's true, but that's what I heard. But either way, it's an Epic exclusive at the moment, and then the news that it would be coming to Game Pass would really fuck with that Epic deal, because people would be like, I'm not buying this now. I'm gonna wait for Game Pass.
Yeah.
I actually tweeted out, I'm like, oh, this is pretty bad, but guys, you should buy Remedy, you should buy Control, because it's a good game. And everyone's like, lol, no, shut up, I'm waiting for Game Pass now. So
it's like the whole Kojima thing when he was like, hey, it's coming out in a few days on PlayStation. By the way, it's also coming out on PC.
Yeah, I'm sure.
That would have gutted the sales a little bit. That would have just...
Well, I don't really think that many people would have waited. Like, if you're a real Kojima stan, you're not going to wait 6 months to play Death Stranding.
We met someone recently. Remember, what's his name? The guy that we were playing that game a few days ago. I don't know if we can go...
Oh, that dude. I don't remember his name.
Yeah. But he was like, I'm waiting for it on PC.
Yeah, no. These people are crazy. I can't understand.
Yeah, you just jump on now. I know. $80 now, $80 then. Just do it now. But anyway, whatever.
So anyway, oops. Phil Spencer, oopsie. But Control, it seems like, will actually come to Game Pass. And so that means you get to play it for like $10 along with everything else. It's a good game.
Yeah, Randy's
it wasn't my game of the year, but a lot of people, they say it's their game of the year. I think it's pretty good. But I feel like Randy's a lot of people were like, what?
Yeah, Randy's like, I can't believe you fucking me like this, Phil.
Why would you fuck me like this?
Why would you fuck me like this, man?
Good old Randy. We haven't heard much from him lately. What a shame.
He's silent.
He has.
He has gone silent.
So, what is next? Next is Firewatch's team. Next game on hold as they work on other Valve projects. So, you might remember a trailer from the Game Awards last year for a game called Into the Valley of the Gods. Now, this is from developer Campo Santo, and the reason that a lot of people hate these guys is because when PewDiePie was getting in all this trouble for the dark times.
That's right.
Campo Santo were the ones that came out and they did a DMCA on his Firewatch playthrough, because they're like, we don't want to support this Nazi, whatever, and then everybody hated Campo Santo then, because they're like, you know, whatever. Now look, we're not going to get into that story because, you know, that's a whole other thing. But a lot of people don't like Campo Santo for that reason. Either way, there's a lot of people that do like them because they liked Firewatch. I played Firewatch. It's a cute game with a really shitty ending. And I recommend you check it out. It's fine. They were working on a new game called Into the Valley of the Gods, which was going to be Egyptian themed, and that's really all we knew about it. But then Campo Santo got acquired by Valve, so their game is not happening anymore.
Shit.
They're now working on Half-Life Alyx, and their project is just flat out on hold at the moment.
Was there a lot of hype for it? Because I didn't remember it from Game Awards last year, to be honest. I don't even remember.
I remember it because of the PewDiePie thing, to be honest with you. Because I remember looking at the trailer afterwards, and then all these downvotes on the trailer because all these Pewds fans were like, fuck these guys.
Yeah. I mean, that's never good PR. It's never good PR. I would love to see at the end of this show, let's just quickly check the like ratio of the YouTube Rewind. I'd love to see that.
Oh, I remember that. It was pretty 50-50 when I saw it.
No.
When I saw it early on.
Oh,
it was
yeah,
50-50.
early on. Now it's like getting crazy.
Oh,
Should we just
okay.
check quickly? Yeah,
All right, you can do that, Sam. I'll keep carrying the show, Sam, while you...
People want to know
while
now.
you look at the news. While you
People
look at your phone.
know.
Okay, right. So, in connection to this as well, if you're interested more about this In the Valley of the Gods, one of the former writers on that game...
3.6 million down.
How many up?
1.7.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's getting Shrek'd then. Okay.
16 million was the last time. Can we top it?
Right. Someone, Duncan Fay, by the way, was one of the writers on Into the Valley of the Gods. You can look up his little thread that he's got here, talking about the fact that he was, writing for the game and he loved it, but then the game is gone and now he's sad.
We're still going on that
we're still
story?
going with that story.
I was gonna
Sam.
say.
Yeah, well, that's what happens when you just get on your phone. You don't pay attention to what's going on.
I mean, everyone wants to know about YouTube Rewind.
Yeah, right.
Anyway,
okay, sure.
Whatever.
Okay, so here's another interesting story that's not really that juicy, but it's something.
But it fills the hour.
It fills the hour.
Fills the hour, everybody.
Right. Jason Schreier has said new consoles are on the way and they will be powerful.
Whoa.
Stop
New
the
console's
presses.
powerful. Holy shit.
That's right.
Okay.
Crazy.
We were actually going to do a story on this, remember?
Well, we were going to do a whole bunch of other stuff into it, but
yeah.
because there's like lots of next-gen news happening right now. But anyway, Jason Schreier tweets out a few more next-gen tidbits. Microsoft has been well behind Sony with regards to, I didn't know what that meant, by the way, either when I saw WRT, but anyway, that's what it is. Communication, but that probably won't matter next fall. Whispers suggest PS5 and Xbox have similar specs and both sound very powerful.
Whoa.
PS5 strategy is to be as accessible as possible, hence no load times. So,
I mean, no load times. That's
well, that's what they've done with their like super duper
I've seen
SSD.
That's like loading a Final Fantasy VII game on a PlayStation.
No, you're wrong. You're so wrong about
they're
this.
showing SpiderMan and showing how the load times. And all I'm saying is when these new games come out, we're not really sure if because the games are going to be so much more dense and whatever, that there is going to be slowly but surely load times as the development goes on and as the games get more powerful and more complex.
What Sam is talking about is that they showed a demo of the PS5 playing Spider-Man, right?
Sure.
And one of the things about open world games is there's a certain limit to how fast you can move through them.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the actual... No. Okay, you're talking about the rendering.
No, well, you're talking about like, here's how fast it takes to get a level going.
Yes.
That's not impressive at all. No one cares about that.
Well,
right?
and he says no load times.
Okay, fair enough. There's that.
That's what I'm talking about.
Sure.
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm talking more about if you're streaming information from a hard drive, there's a limit to how fast a world can be rendered. And they basically showed off the fact that you can render Spider-Man's world like 5 times faster because the hard drive technology is so much better.
Which is going to create all sorts of different creative ideas now that they can put into games that they couldn't do before. Like, it'd be interesting to see, like, go into hyperspace, in Star Wars, and like you can see everything like moving really fast around you and shit like that. Anyway, but who knows? But we got really off track there. But what were we actually talking about?
We were talking about the fact that the PS5 and the Xbox Scarlet are going to have similar specs.
Yep, and there also no portables, man. That's really sucks.
I don't understand why you're obsessed with portables. You keep making this point.
Because a portable device for a PlayStation or an Xbox is a game changer for so many reasons. Like, Nintendo has been, like, it's been so successful for them to do it. If I'm Phil, I could see the value of a development team working on a game that works on a portable device as well as one that's super duper powerful. Gives you all the choices.
Literally last night I set up Steam Link in my home.
Does it work?
Oh my god, it's amazing how well it works.
No,
Astounding how well it works.
I'm able to stream games from my girlfriend's place at mum's house.
Yeah.
I can do that.
Yeah.
On the computers.
Oh no, but I'm talking about on my phone, because I got like an Xbox Elite Series 2 controller with the clip and my phone.
I've tried that.
I played that. It
doesn't work.
Oh my god, it ran.
For me, it doesn't work.
So perfectly for me. And like, we're talking about Project xCloud and all this sort of stuff. Handhelds, man, they're like a thing of the past. Like, in 10 years' time, there's no more handhelds. It's all like 5G internet-powered cloud streaming. That's it. Do you know what I mean? So investing in a handheld, I think, is a bad idea.
I hear you. I wonder what Nintendo's going to do, though, because are they going to just release three more handhelds as the years go on? Maybe, because there is going to be a kid audience that they always need to cater to.
Well, it's not just kids for Nintendo.
Sure.
You've just triggered a lot of Nintendo fans.
No, but like, I love Nintendo too, but if I can play Nintendo games on my phone with a GameCube controller attached, I might do that. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly.
It's the same thing. This screen is exactly, I've measured it. My Note 9 Samsung is exactly the same size as the Switch. Okay, so I'm not actually getting any different experience there.
Cool story, bro. Tell it again.
But it's true, though, in terms of the mobile, it's going to be replacing a lot of things, which is like a complete backflip from what I was saying.
Yeah, exactly, Sam.
No, but
complete
what I'm
backflip.
saying-
Within
no,
the
it is.
space of 1 minute. Complete backflip.
No. I know what you mean, but like what I'm saying is like, you know, there is definitely a console or two to go before we go full mobile, or there'll always be a console space. There's always going to be, right? So what I'm saying is there's also a opportunity to make a portable version for those people that still always want to stay console based. That's what I'm saying. Anyway.
Okay.
Sam's girlfriend.
Someone says, skill up is getting chonk. Hit the gym, dude. I do hit the gym. That's the sad part, right? I go to the gym like
good.
6 times
Look
a
at
week.
that roundness there.
I know, right?
It's
It's
not
just like
good.
beautiful shape.
Not great. That's why I wear a jumper. You can't tell. Anyway.
Don't worry. You guys try being YouTubers, sitting on your ass all day playing video
so
games.
hard.
It's hard, man.
It's hard.
So hard. Guys, let's keep moving now before we talk any
super
more
chats,
about
or
this.
we've got a few super chats.
Do we have super chats?
We'll get them out of the way.
Let's have a look what we got. We got Solon says, glad you're alive. You can call these banana dollars. That's 20 R dollars.
R dollars.
Brazilian?
Rockstar.
Since you guys didn't get the Mandalorian part, this is for you, Sam. Don't let Ralph's grubby hands on it.
Thank
20
you,
Canadian
man.
dollars.
Appreciate that.
Sean D, 10 million Donkey Kong nanas for you guys. Can I get a rewind? Is it rewind?
Is that what you mean?
That's what he means.
We should
Sean
do
D,
a,
thank you very much.
we
10
should do a
pounds.
game year review. Edit a 5-minute what happened in the gaming.
You should
sphere.
edit that, Sam.
Yes.
You should edit that. So, guys, here's the other news in relation to consoles. Microsoft is still planning a cheaper, discless Xbox next generation. It's the portable one. Yeah, right, Sam. You carry it under your arm with
There
this
you go.
one.
That's
and
sick.
like,
Like
you
a
carry the
boombox.
controller like this as you're doing it.
Bro, bringing Boombox back.
Right. So this was a rumor that was circulating for a while, but then it seemed to have been nixed. And the idea is that next gen, there's going to be 2 Scarlets, one that has a disc and one that does not have a disc, and the discless one will be cheaper. Cool. I have no interest in buying one with a disc drive, to be honest.
I
don't buy any games at all right now. The disc is all about the digital. For me.
I do, because I take them back to EB Games.
You are a lowlife.
After 7 days. No, but I hear some people do that, and that's going to be a really
in Australia. In
defining
America,
factor.
they don't have that policy.
Oh, okay. In EB Games in Australia, you can actually play a game for 6 days and then return it if you want, whatever. Heaps of people do that, so that's going to be a defining factor for people. If they have to buy everything digital, they don't have the option now of getting trade-in value.
Correct.
And shit
The trade-in
like that.
thing is a thing.
Which is a thing, you know.
Sure.
Like, not everyone's a billionaire. Like, sometimes that adds up to the
Everyone
next
is
game.
a billionaire.
You know what I mean? Nice. I was like, I don't need the discless, the disc, everybody.
I just hate getting up and changing discs.
First world problems.
That's right.
First world
You don't
problems.
get this by getting up and changing discs,
True.
man. You got to just stay on that chair.
True.
That special gaming
I
chair,
agree.
you right?
I agree.
Here's a cool story. Turns out a congressman has pled guilty to stealing campaign funds, and he used some of them to buy Steam games. That's it.
All right. Well, it's money we'll use well.
It is. Of all the things he could have spent it on, this was one of the better ones, to be fair.
Cocaine games.
Well, we'll come to the cocaine one next.
oh,
but
good.
this
We will.
is-
That's a good segue.
That is a nice segue.
That is a
We'll come
nice
to that.
segue.
But this guy was obviously being investigated for a long time, called the whole thing a witch hunt, and then it turns out that he was buying Steam games and going on luxury holidays and buying golf gear and all sorts of stuff, so at least he was playing some games. In
At least it's, you know,
What? I wonder what games he was playing. They didn't actually say it, I think.
Steam games probably like I don't know.
Playing Sekiro.
those
We're like,
sexy
ooh,
ones.
respect. Give that
Oh,
man,
yeah, okay.
give that man an acquittal. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, the
Like,
judge's
go
like,
easy on him, Judge.
It's all right. You've done your time trying to beat those bosses.
Correct. Correct. You've already been through enough, son.
You've been through more than enough.
So the other story that is actually connected to this, not really, but completely
FBI,
separate,
open up!
is that the FBI asked Sony for data on, that's right,
Data.
on a user who allegedly used PlayStation Network to sell cocaine. So apparently this guy was like, actually he was like a dealer who would operate on the PSN, and you would like get his name or whatever, and you'd add him on PSN, and you'd start like having a conversation with him about how much coke you wanted to buy.
That's pretty
He was
weird.
selling coke for $34,000 a kilo, and it was all being run through the PSN.
That's pretty crazy.
Apparently the feds were asking for what games he was playing and how much progress he was making
I mean,
in each
he's
of
playing
those
GTA.
games.
He's playing
I think
GTA.
he's probably playing GTA.
He's playing
yeah,
GTA or COD. UAV online, you know. He's like, whoa, is it?
But that's an enterprising young man. I'm assuming it's a young man. I don't know.
Could be an old dude.
Could be an old dude.
Could be a boomer. Could be a boomer.
Nice, Sam. Nice.
Speaking of boomers, this isn't a segue.
It's not a segue at
But
all.
that guy looks like a boomer. Not really, actually.
No, Sam,
he's
stop.
half boomer.
Stop, okay?
Half boomer.
So, Gwent is the card game based on the Witcher universe from CD Projekt Red. And they've announced that they're winding it down on consoles. So, it does exist. It's on PC. It's on Android and iOS. But there's also a console port for PlayStation and Xbox.
Yep.
And they just said that from the beginning of the year, they're not going to be doing any more updates to that, and they'll be winding it down, and it will no longer exist.
Looks like it didn't Gwent too well. That does not sound...
That makes no sense at all.
No sense.
God damn.
We're going to keep it
I
anyway.
want to start auditions for
we're doing it live.
and to replace Sam. It is obviously sad that, Gwent is not sort of like kicking big goals and home runs and what have you. But look, at the end of the day, it still survives on other platforms. That's cool.
I mean, what is it on phone yet? Is it on phone?
Yes, it is.
Is it on? I've thought I've looked on this before.
It's on iOS.
Not on Android. Oh, okay.
Oh, it's on iOS with Android version coming soon.
Ah, yeah, there we go.
So, cool. Sad times for console, but apparently, though, it was like the tiniest percentage of their audience. And if they really want to play Gwent, they can play it on their phones.
Sure.
Or at least they will be able to play it on Android soon if they only own a Android device.
Yeesh.
But yeah, I mean that's what happened. CD Projekt Red.
That's it, really.
Gwent
But like,
thing.
I feel like card games are still popular. But like, I used to be so into Hearthstone. I think there was such a oh my god, Hearthstone is the best thing ever, and I think a lot of people have moved past that. I'm really looking forward to the next good card game that really gets everyone back into it.
Yeah. Maybe that Gods Unchained one, the one that was having little pokes at Blizzard.
Yes, and they are also Aussie boys.
They are Aussie, actually.
They live around the corner from us. Really.
Yeah, right. Sorry.
Cool.
Anyway, guys, the next thing, which is quite surprising, remember that Atari console?
Of course, the wooden one.
So, it's in the final stages of its pre-production now. Now, the Atari console has gone through a lot of controversy because, first
a lot of people thought it was bullshit.
Well, I still think it's bullshit, to be honest. Atari...
That's just a modem, everybody.
That does look like a modem.
That's just a modem.
Look at these photos here, you can see them.
With just the WAN.
Yeah.
There's nothing else in it.
So it's a thing apparently. It's going to play old Atari games. No one knows anything about it really.
I mean, two USBs. It doesn't even make sense. Like, why is there two fucking USBs on the back of it?
That's the front.
That's the front.
Oh no, that would be the back.
That would be the back. That's not the controller port.
So, but maybe the controllers get plugged into the back. I don't know.
I mean, that would be weird.
Anyway, the point is that
are you able to click on those? Oh, you can't see them.
These ones.
Yeah, because maybe that shows the front. Anyway,
no, it's all the back.
Wow,
they're not showing
okay.
the front. So,
what happened to the wood finish, everybody?
Yeah, the wood finish was what made it look cool.
Yeah, well, that's gone.
Yeah,
clearly,
it's not happening now.
The thing is, why does it take so long to make a retro console that was released like 400 years ago?
And it really the power, like my watch, is way stronger.
Honestly,
than what this is. So
it is. So what's taking so long?
This organization, the Atari, whatever, it's not really Atari anymore. Like, I mean, I'm very skeptical about this product. Let's just say that.
This is the Star Citizen of consoles.
The Star, you reckon?
This is the Star Citizen of consoles.
They just passed $250 million crowdfunding.
I mean, it's been in development for how long now?
That's nuts. That is
what,
nuts.
7 years?
Yeah, that is insane.
We haven't seen it. I mean, anyway. Look.
People can play it. You can play it.
No, I know that, but like, we're not even apparently nearing a finished product.
Yeah, I know.
It's like still like jump on and experience it, not like play the whole game. But anyway.
Our last story for today: the Vatican now has a Minecraft server. This is a true story, and it was getting DDoSed. Okay, so the Vatican set up a Minecraft server because reasons. One of the people involved, Father Robert something or other, Balacer. He says he's looking at the logs of the Minecraft server, and it looks like a handful of people who are constantly connecting and disconnecting to fill player slots and kill the server. Interesting. ... Later on, someone responds, "Hey, I got banned. My username is Pirate101. I don't know why, but it just happened randomly. Can you unban me, please? I repent." And then the father's like, "The mods were watching you for more than an hour. That wasn't random." Called out by the priesthood. Oof. Look at this guy. He plays some Minecraft,
guys.
And so, guys, if you're feeling spiritual, you can play I Am Jesus Christ. What a nice little dovetail finish. We started with Jesus, and we finished with Jesus, right?
That's what we should do more often.
It's a Christian channel here now, guys.
I like that. I reckon that's what we should do. I think Minecraft should also give you some sort of you should be able to wear like a priest uniform in Minecraft. Is that a thing? I don't know, but make it happen. I would play more.
I also think there's gags to be had about the Vatican's interest in a game that is so focused on a youth audience. I think we won't touch those jokes though. They're a bit
kids.
That's right. ASL.
Hey. That is bad.
That is
and we're
super
gonna
bad.
end on that, everybody.
We're not gonna touch that. We'll finish up with our super chats. What have we done? We got Lofty Pixels. Have you ever reviewed Dreams? The beta is over soon. No. Dreams is that game where you make other games in PlayStation. Like, you know that thing? You ever seen it?
Yes.
I think I do not
Lofty
have...
Pixels showed us that, actually.
Yeah, I don't actually have any near enough creativity to actually enjoy that. Adam says it's pronounced data. I agree with you, sir.
Data.
And
Data.
Bill Willis with $5 says, longtime fan. Oh no, that's not you. That's someone else.
Nope.
He says, cheers from Las Vegas, boys. Need you to do a stream from here. We would love to do a stream from
That'd
Vegas.
be pretty cool.
That'd be pretty. We'll do a pool party.
Pool party.
Keep our shirts on.
Yes.
Otherwise,
especially Ralph.
the views, they
would go up, going, oh, he's
Klosky
hideous.
with £5 says, longtime fan, does Ralph ever regret his life choices of the 2080, as quite a few of the games you review are optimized for the last 1070? I agree with that.
There's been a lot of games that we reviewed that you're like, this is
run
running
like terribly
terribly.
2080.
And I'm like, this is running fine.
I actually agree with that. So
anyway,
guys, look, that's Laymen Life for the week. I want to thank you very much for stopping by. This coming week, as I said, we've got normal news schedule if there's anything to talk about. And then we have Friday at midday Australian time is the Game Awards. We're going to be doing live stream on YouTube. There's going to be some sort of drinking game which we'll arrive at. I don't know what.
And also, we've got 2 days before PlayStation State of Play.
Oh yes, State of Play.
We'll do that too.
We'll cover
we won't
that
do it
on-
at 12 o'clock at night though, because that's when it is for us. So we'll be too tired for that. But we'll get up and do it the next morning and try and beat Young to it. That's what we're going to do,
right.
everybody.
Love you guys. See you next time. Laymen out.
Laymen out.
That's skill up.
Oh, whatever.